Hey, what is going on, guys? Taylor, aka Red Ranger 02 here, and I'm back with another video. Now, recently I made a bit of a schedule update, and I wanted to talk to you guys about what that's going to be more in depth. So, I'm not sure if I said back in the video, I can't remember, even though I only did it a few days ago. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday are both going to be an episode of Writer Adept, which I'm going to make a video on what Writer Adept is after this video. So, basically, Monday is going to be the plot part, then Tuesday is going to be the sales, Thursday is going to be the plot, Friday is going to be the sales. Wednesday is going to be kind of a random day. I could take the day off, I could make a video for that day, whatever. But I wanted to make this video because this weekend is going to be the very first video of Ranger Adept. Now, Ranger Adept and Writer Adept, like I said, are inspired by the Sentai Potential and Writer Potential series made by one Thomas Jujubee on YouTube. Which I actually talked to Thomas personally on Discord and asked his permission if I can do this because it is so similar to his series. He says, go right on ahead, just as long as you're not calling it Writer Potential or Sentai Potential. I was like, cool. Ranger Adept and Writer Adept. I came up with kind of similar but different names. So Ranger Adept, what it is going to be, Ranger Adept is going to either be reboots, adaptations, or personal fanfiction Power Ranger series. So as far as reboots go, say if it's a series that has already existed, like MMPR, I can do reboots of that, where it's a little bit more. My reboots are a little bit more dark, they're a little bit more in-depth, there's added Rangers, there's new Zords, and I've actually gone through and I've rebooted, in my head and on my laptop, the first 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, splitting them into each individual series. So there's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, based around Season 1, Thunder Morphin Power Rangers based around Season 2, and Ninja Morphin Power Rangers based around Season 3 and Alien. So there is that. Moving on to adaptations. Adaptations are, say, like a series that hasn't been adapted yet, like ToQger. You guys know what my personal fanfiction adaptation of ToQger is. It's Power Rangers Rail Rescue. I already have everything written down for Rail Rescue, so that's going to be an episode that is definitely coming out. But this weekend is going to be my own fanfiction Ranger series. So fanfiction Ranger series are not adaptations of Sentai that already exist or reboots of already done Power Ranger series. They are Power Ranger series that I've come up with in my own unique ideas. And this weekend is going to be the first episode of Ranger Adept and talking about Power Rangers Aqua Force. Aqua Force is a series that centers around technology, aquatic life, and Atlantis. So that is that for that series. And so Saturday and Sunday are going to be reserved specifically for Ranger Adept episodes. And like I said, Monday, Tuesday is going to be Writer Adept. Thursday, Friday is going to be a Writer Adept. And then Wednesday is going to be whatever I kind of want it to be. Because, well, yes, there's a lot of Power Rangers stuff to get through. Power Rangers is what I'm most familiar with. Kamen Rider I'm somewhat familiar with, but even with these Kamen Rider adaptations, they're more or less my ideas for just using the aesthetics of that series and some of the original plot of that series. So there is that. So, look out for the video after this, because I'm going to explain a little bit more on how I'm going to be doing the Writer Adept stuff. But for Ranger Adept, the way I've broken it down in my head is it is going to be 40 episodes for each series. 40 episodes for every single Power Rangers series. So similar to how they're splitting it in half normally now on Nickelodeon, with 20 episodes for the beginning and 20 episodes for the Super, not Super anymore season. So that is what's going to happen. So 40 episodes are going to be written for this. Now, am I going to go in depth about every single episode that I'm writing for that? No, the main points I'm going to cover are the main plot, the first episode, new Zord introductions, new Ranger introductions, and new power-up introductions. So those are the main things I'm going to cover in Ranger Adept. And because I got time, I'll address it in this video as well. Same thing with Rider Adept. Now, for the early Heisei riders, these being Kuga, Agito, Ryuki, Faiz, Blade, Hibiki, Kabuto, Den-O, Kiva, and Decade, they will be getting 2 seasons per rider at 24 episodes apiece, meaning they get 48 episodes altogether. Now, the reason I'm only saying that for the early Heisei riders is because while they had some Televukun specials, and maybe some had a movie tie-in later on down the line, most of them just stuck with everything that was in their particular series. But there is also going to be a bonus episode for each of these. So basically every series, minus Decade, because it is an anniversary season, is going to get 49 episodes. So Kuga is going to team up with Kamen Rider Mask, which is a writer that I will eventually do episode on. Probably going to be the one that comes up this week, and it's basically Kamen Rider Mask is my personal fanfic / adaptation writer of the entire Showa era. So Kuga will meet Mask, Agito will meet Kuga, Ryuki will meet Agito, Faiz will meet Ryuki, Blade will meet Faiz, Hibiki will meet Blade, Kabuto will meet Hibiki, Den-O will meet Kabuto, Kiva will meet Den-O, and then there will be just Decade standing alone. Now for the later Heisei era writers and the Reiwa writers, these being commoners Double, O's, Fourze, Wizard, Gaim, Drive, Ghost, Exade, Build, Geo, 01, and eventually Kamen Rider Saber, once the series concludes, are going to have 4 seasons, each season having 24 episodes. So they get around 90-something episodes per series. The first 2 seasons are going to cover the original plot within, the show. So basically, kind of like the original plot. Whereas the then later seasons, the last 2 seasons, I'm basically trying to work in as much of the Televukun and movie forms into these seasons as possible. So any of the extended series stuff, like, say, Burakawani form for O's, or Extreme Gold for Double, Super Rocket for Fourze. Stuff like that, I'm going to be trying to work into these later 2 seasons with their own unique antagonist and their own unique plot. So definitely keep a lookout for those. And like with Power Rangers, and like with my Ranger Adept series, I'm not going to be going into the in-depth of every single episode, just covering the plot, first episode, new weapon introductions, new rider form introductions, main rider form introductions, not that way you have to go through every single combo of those, new rider introductions, and major character development and plot points throughout the series. And so the very first Rider Adept episode should be coming out on Monday, and then the analytics will be coming out on Tuesday, and it should be going on based off of Kamen Rider Mask. Like I said, my personal fanfiction / adaptation of the entirety of the Showa era. So there is that. So look out for this weekend, where I am definitely going to be talking about Power Rangers Aqua Force, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Until then, guys, take it easy, and this is Red Ranger 02, signing out. Power down!